So for our viewers that don't know, can you explain what is Atmosphere TV? I know originally it was Chive TV, and from what you've said so far, it's some funny videos and stuff. Is that what it still is? What does it look like today?
Yeah. So the original idea was Chive TV, right? What are people watching in a bar or restaurant when they're not watching sports? And up until we launched, it was your Sports Center reruns and your depressing news stations and your talking heads. And when you really think about TV for business, it's broken. That system's broken. TV is meant to be consumed at home. You watch CSI, you watch whatever show on Netflix or whatever. The only thing that really makes sense in a business setting, because remember, businesses are loud. Businesses, people are talking. The only thing that really makes sense is live sports, because you can understand it without sound, right? Mm-hmm. So we want to make something better, something that people could have a beer or two, hang out at, laugh at, enjoy.
There are TVs everywhere, but there is a big problem. The content was made for watching at home and requires audio to be enjoyed. Enter Atmosphere, the world's first and largest streaming TV platform built specifically for businesses that requires no audio to be enjoyed. And best of all, it's free. Comprised of hand-curated, audio-optional TV programming, Atmosphere has multiple channels for all business types.
And, we took that simple concept, which was, in a handful of locations with maybe 2 or 3 hours worth of content on it, and, built it out now into 50 plus channels for businesses of all sorts, not just bars and restaurants anymore, obviously. It brings me to here with laundromats, which is a place that we've grown dramatically in the past year and a half or so. But yeah, we do short form content, all designed to be played without sound. So there's no subtitles, there's no translations, there's no talking heads. It's content that can be enjoyed and laughed at and smiled and stuff that makes you smile, that happens quickly, no storylines to follow, and just makes people and the environment better. It makes people happier. It makes people smile. It gets COVID news and terrorist attacks and all the stuff that makes people, truthfully miserable off TVs and something just more positive on.
That's pretty fantastic, because I tell you, as a small business owner, that I've never formally studied psychology or anything. My wife actually has, but I'm fascinated by it. Human psychology, I always have been and always probably will be. I can tell you that one of the things you read from that over and over from a business perspective is when you have customers that are in a bad mood and they're upset, and they're in your business, whether you caused it or it was happening when they came in the door, fight with the husband or whatever, they're going to have a negative connotation associated with your business and that experience. It may not be drastic. That may not cause them to give you a 1-star review, but they're not going to have as positive of an experience. So I think it's cool that not only your name, but everything that you guys focus on is all about improving the atmosphere in a business, whether it is a bar or an oil change place or whatever. What type of businesses is this in? Is there a type of business that can't go in or won't go in? Or
if there's a screen, we've got something built for it, and you've all probably walked into a business where there's this blank black screen on the wall because for one reason or another, there used to be something on it and no one's made the effort to put something new on it. Cable's too expensive. DVDs are now seeming like a thing of the past. Looping USB sticks with logos or marketing messaging or whatever just isn't so exciting to watch. We're at this point in at least 100 different kinds of businesses. So, it's everything from gyms to hotels, casinos, laundromats, airports, oil change facilities, offices, break rooms. It's funny. You name it. If there's a TV in a space, and now that I'm talking to you guys, you're going to start walking, seeing TVs, and you're going to be like, oh, wow, that atmosphere could work here. It could be so many different things. And I'm sure that there's spaces that we haven't even explored yet.
For someone who isn't super tech savvy, how easy is it to set up? Do you send somebody out to install it, or is it something people can install themselves?
It's very, very simple. So it's not like your cable package or your DirecTV where you got to have somebody come install it and set up a satellite and all that. Our service is really simple. We run it through an Apple TV device. It's about the size of a hockey puck. Plugs directly into any TV in your laundromat or any business connects to the Wi-Fi. So as long as the Wi-Fi is in halfway decent shape, then the business should have no trouble at all. And then from there, it just goes.
Welcome to Atmosphere. Before you begin setting up your Atmosphere Apple TV device, we recommend making sure that you're installing it in a permanent location. So if you're ready to install, plug it in. Connect the device to your television using the HDMI cable we've provided. If you have an Ethernet connection available, we strongly recommend using the included Ethernet cable. If not, you're still able to set up the device over a Wi-Fi connection. Your device will automatically power itself on. So just turn on your TV and set it to the HDMI input you've connected your device to. Now you're ready to set it up. As you go through the prompts, make sure to select Set Up Manually. If you're using Wi-Fi, we recommend you connect to a network that is secure, fast, does not have a login page, and does not change. Make sure to enable location services. Your screen will then go white while the device is being configured by our servers. Do not unplug or reset the device while this is happening. Once the device is set up, you'll be taken right to the Atmosphere home screen. Now simply choose whichever awesome channel you like and start watching.
I mean, you can mount the device on the back of the TV. We've seen people do like double-sided Velcro is really simple to do. It just sticks right back there. I mean, if you know how to plug a power outlet into a wall and a HDMI cord into an HDMI port on a TV, then you'll be able to set this up with no trouble.
Okay, so it runs off of Wi-Fi. You have to have a device for every TV you have in your location, correct?
That's the easy answer is yes. Because we're talking laundromats. More often than not, laundromats have somewhere between 1 and I on the high end 10 TVs. I haven't seen much more than that. And typically they operate independently. So our device would be independent to the TV. The other way is you can split the signal. You can use this HDMI splitter, which really isn't too difficult to use. Most laundromats, I don't know if there's any laundromat, frankly, that has what's called a matrix system, where it's, basically it's like your Buffalo Wild Wings will have a huge AV rack in the back to go out to their 50 plus TVs. I don't know of any laundromat who has that. It doesn't really make much sense in that business. But typically you would need a device per TV. We always tell folks, look, try one, make sure you like it, make sure your customers like the content. If you need more devices after that, we can get them out to you.
Okay. And so reliability of the service. I know with like our Dish Network and stuff like that if the weather's really bad, then our TVs all go down. How reliable is Atmosphere TV?
Yeah. So I'm glad you said that. We have countless videos and images of, you see that DirecTV out of service message that happens a lot in your hurricane cities and your places that get some, I'm spoiled in Southern California. I don't see it as much as many do, but when you have snowstorms or your cable goes out and you see that message on the screen, we've had several locations where they've said, thank God for Atmosphere, because they'll take all those DirecTVs, not take them down physically, but they'll change the channel from DirecTV to Atmosphere. And all of a sudden they'll have content back on the screen. So if you've got, it's a Saturday night, it happens to be bad weather, and you've got, 150 people in your restaurant or something like that, at least give them something versus black screens, it's extremely reliable as long as your Wi-Fi stays intact, which Wi-Fi doesn't go out very often. So as far as reliability goes, as long as your internet's still running, then we'll still be running.
Nice.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's great. So, one of the things I think our audience is probably sitting around asking themselves right now is, this sounds great. What's the cost? So what does it cost if I know the answer, of course, because I already have it, spoiler alert. But if somebody owns a laundromat or even another business, if you're watching or listening to this podcast and you're in a completely different industry that has a TV, you're saying this is still a product they can use. What's the cost associated with setting it up and getting it running?
Yeah, and that's the beauty. I thought at some point we'd have to start charging for the service. We never did, and we never have. And we operate under the freemium model, which basically means we provide the device and the service for free. The only requirement we have from the business is that they use it for at least 40 hours per month. So as long as it runs in some capacity for 40 hours a month, any combination of any of our now 50 plus channels. Yeah, so we provide the device and the service for free. Again, the only requirement is the 40 hours per month of usage. If for any reason, the business owner no longer wanted the service or it didn't work for them for any reason, we'll send a return label to ship the device back. The way we make money is advertising. You might see like a Netflix commercial or Hulu or Hollywood movie trailer or something. That's how we're able to provide a premium service at no cost and still be a business. And,
one of the features that I want to know more about, and we haven't delved into this yet, is how it can be used as a marketing tool within your business. So can you tell us about that?
Yeah. So some of our most common initial feedback was, all right, people can't stop staring at this screen. Now, how do I sell more stuff? How do I make them aware of updates or specials or features or events, whatever? And so we built a digital signage portal that integrates right in between our content. So what this does is gives the mat owner or the business owner the ability to drop their own specials, features, events, promotions, videos, images, whatever they would like, right in between our content every 3 minutes. So basically they have their own commercial slot available for themselves every 3 minutes.
For an optional added cost, businesses can pay to access Atmosphere's digital signage tool that allows you to run your own marketing promotions to your guests between Atmosphere's content. You'll be able to engage with your customers in a whole new way. This is a fraction of the cost that traditional digital signage companies charge and typically offer very little to no content at all. You'll make your money back in days by promoting food and drink specials, loyalty programs, events, and other products and services you'd like to upsell your customers. Does regular cable allow you to run your own house ads within their content? I don't think so.
Now, the key here is that we do a great job of attracting eyes. So if you want to get people to actually look at the messaging that you're trying to put on the screen, we're a great way to do it. We can save, it saves you hundreds, if not thousands a year in print material. People still love to print posters and things like that, which can be costly and really not super engaging or effective. And give the business the ability and flexibility to put a message up there and say, all right, we're going to try, a fluff and fold special every Wednesday and see if it works. And if it doesn't work, then they take it down and try something new. It gives a lot of great flexibility to be able to try things, pop messages on the screen across multiple locations. So, you guys have 4 stores. If you're wanting to send that message across all 4 stores, you could just with a few clicks through the web portal. And it's simple as that. It takes less than 2 minutes to add a promotion to the queue.
Okay. So, we talked about the fact that the Atmosphere TV portion is free. I know there is a $99 setup fee, right, for the Atmosphere, just a one-time fee.
Right.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah.
So what about the digital signage option? What are the costs associated with that, or is that free too?
Right. So the digital signage is $50 per month.
Okay.
It's on a month to month, so there's no long-term contract or agreement.
Is that
or
per?
like that.
Sorry to interrupt you. Is that per store or
per store?
Okay.
Yeah, per
right.
store.
Not
yeah.
per TV, per
Right.
store,
Not
per
per TV,
location.
right.
Okay.
Right. Exactly. So if you're a multi-unit owner and you have 4 stores like you guys, and they'd slide all under one portal, and you just check the box of the location or locations that you want to send the message to. So that's $50 per month per location.
All right. Listen, anyone watching or listening on this episode, whether you're on a podcast platform or you're on YouTube or C-Suite TVs or whatever, we have a link for you. Okay. We have a link down in the show notes. Go click on it if you want to sign up for Atmosphere TV. We talked about earlier that the service is free. But the cool thing is they normally have a $99 installation fee or maybe you call it a setup fee or something, Mike. They normally have $99 just to get started. It's a one-time thing, but Mike has agreed to waive that for us. So when you're signing up, click on the link in the show notes. When you're signing up for Atmosphere TV, just type in the coupon code Millionaire, and that'll waive the setup fee. So the setup is now free with that code on our link. You get the service for free. And then, Mike, you had talked about the fact that there was a $50 if they want to use the digital signage thing. But my understanding is that you're kind of doubling down on the freebies today.
Can you explain what else you have to offer?
Yeah. So on the basic service, like Dave was saying, we'll be able to provide the service and the device for free, so you can have that setup fee waived. So really give you no barrier to entry. If nothing else, you try it. If for any reason you didn't like it, like we said earlier, you always have the ability to return at any time. No harm, no foul. On the digital signage, so a lot of people are always curious about the digital signage. That's typically $50 per month per location. We'll do it for $25. So anybody interested through the link that Dave we'll put in the show notes here. Just go ahead and click it like you normally would. You can click the $50 per month option. I'll have Dave drop my contact info in there as well, and I'll go ahead and put the coupon in there for you guys, so you're able to get 50% off for life on the Pro Digital signage.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So we'll just put your contact form or your contact address in the show notes with the link to Atmosphere TV as well.
So they just need to click the link, go ahead and act like they're doing the $50, but send you a message and you'll adjust it to 25, right?
Yeah, I'll do it manually. It's just long story short, it's just how it's built right now. But no worries, it's not a problem on our side.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, thanks for doing that. We appreciate that. Hopefully, you get thousands and thousands of messages from our amazing audience. So
I hope so as well.
maybe you'll be really busy sitting there putting in these discounts all day.
Yeah. I hope I am.
No, that'd be fantastic. Listen, I know everybody has really not paid much attention to this episode. What you really wanted to know was how me and Carla saved $5,000 by switching to Atmosphere TV.
$5,000 every year.
$5,000 every year. Good point. Once again, Carla's the frugal one here. She's also the accountant who watches those dollars.
There you go.
Thank goodness. But she has an ulterior motive. She just watches the dollars so she can spend them. That's what it's really all about. All right. So how we did that, guys, probably isn't a super secret thing, but I'm going to tell you anyways. In each of our 4 stores, we were paying around $100 to $120 a month. For a couple of them, we had Dish Network in. A couple of them, we had cable in. Just because we started the stores at different times. And so between those, we were paying about $500 a month, $450 a month between those 4 locations. When we added Atmosphere TV, we got the digital signage thing. We got the discount on that. We got the free activation. We love it. Once we learned that our customers loved it, we just completely eliminated. We eliminated our cable TV, our Dish Network service. And so that's how we saved. I think it was about $450, $500 a month, if I remember right. And that's over $5,000 a year. And that's a great point, Carla. I didn't even think about it, but we not only save $5,000 this year, but we're going to be owning laundromats for a while, and we actually plan on growing. So in the future, we're probably going to be saving even over $5,000 a year. So that's pretty fantastic. Whether you have one location, you want to save $1,000, $1,200 a year. But the cool thing about this is it's really not so, at least in my mind, it's not so much about the money. Everybody knows that I'm all about value proposition. And I'm all about market differentiators in our businesses, whether you own a Burger King or you own a laundromat, for example. And I really think that this is something that's a differentiator. I really believe that that's the case, and I really believe that our customers love it. They laugh at Happy TV. It is one of the most popular ones for sure. And so I really believe that aside from the monetary savings, it's hard to put a value on making your customers smile, making them happy, and putting them in better moods.